Here we go, boys. The Guilty Gear collaboration is finally here. Now I'm just gonna cover this thing real quick. So we got special check-in event. We're getting all these rewards. Just quickly showing you guys really cool things to be had. All right, now the update. Here we go. So collaboration heroes, Saul, Badguy, and Baiken. The collaboration you have all been waiting for is finally here. Meet Saul, the man who scorches his enemies, and Baiken, the one-armed, one-eyed samurai dreaming of revenge. So that's his Saul Badguy right here. That is his skill 3 animation. Looks really sick. He's really like destroying that punch bag right there. Alright, so Fire Warrior, natural 5-star. Got defense percentage as memory imprint. Let's move on here. Really cool artwork. Amazing job from the Epic 7 team. Alright, so Saul is a fire elemental warrior who dispels buff and counter attacks when enemies use a non-attack skill. Oh! With the dispel and debuff of Tyrant Rave Beta, he can make sure enemies cannot be buffed for a short period of time. Make sure enemies. Oh. Additionally, the counter attack that is triggered by Volcanic Viper when an enemy uses a non-attack skill can keep Soul Weavers from healing or buffing. Okay, alright, let's read these skills. This sounds dangerous. Skill 1, attacks an enemy with a fire pillar. Damage dealt increases if the enemy isn't buffed. Gain fighting spirit when a critical hit is made. So fighting spirit is like Ken and Ravi. Counter attacks and silences. That's a passive. That's a passive that I'm reading now. So fighting spirit when a crit is made on that skill 1. Now, okay, counter attacks and silences for 2 turns when an enemy uses a non-attack skill or when the caster is attacked by an elite or boss monster. Okay, wait a second. Counter attacks and silences, that's huge for 2 turns. When an enemy uses non-attack skill, so like anything that doesn't deal damage, healing, buffing and all that, or when the caster is attacked by an elite or boss monster. Okay, so like if the boss or an elite monster does area damage, or I mean this is a warrior, so probably not gonna be in the front line, but I don't know about the other skills. Let's check it out. Damage dealt increase proportional to the enemy's max health, can only activate once every 2 turns. Okay, so that is all the passive with the counter attack, and also there's damage proportional to the enemy's max health, which is ultra powerful when you're fighting of course enemies with huge health pools. So it can only activate every 2 turns. So like let's say he gets he counter attacks, then he has to go twice, and then he can trigger that thing again. So it's not something like he's gonna spam that thing. At least Roman cancel. If fighting spirit is 100 at the end of an ally's turn, the caster consumes all fighting spirit before extending the duration of a buff and being granted an extra turn. Okay, so at the end of an ally's turn, duration of a buff, that's 1 buff, being granted an extra turn. I mean, it could be a mistranslation. It could he could extend maybe all the duration of all his buffs. That sounds extremely powerful, so maybe it's only gonna be 1. Yeah, he's gonna be granted an extra turn too. Okay, so he's gonna be able to cycle through his skills faster and get that counter attack counter back to ready again. Active. Okay, cooldown 4 turns. After awakening, dispels an enemy's all buffs with a strong punch, making them unable to be buffed for 2 turns. Damage dealt increased proportional to the enemy's max health. Okay, scaling based on the enemy's max health. Another one, very, very strong. Soul Burn ignores effect resistance. That's very good. when you want to make sure that whoever you're going to be attacking is not able to be buffed. That is a very good soul burn to have. And it doesn't say anything about him scaling with like health or something like that, so yeah, he's gonna scale off of attack and gaining fighting spirit with critical hits. Anyways, sounds like a very good hero to fight targets with a bunch of health. And this silencing, I mean, most bosses are immune to silence, but still, this thing can, this will trigger against even players or whoever really. No attacks, yeah, because it happens against someone that will use a non-attack skill. So you're gonna be able to shut down some healers, some soul weavers, some buffers, and it's gonna be extremely powerful. So Baiken, I mean, let's look at this animation. All right, looks cool. Not too many thoughts about it. It looks cool. So Earth Thief get attack percentage on all slots for memory imprint, but memory imprints don't work for the own hero that grants the memory imprint. Her artwork is it's amazing here. Okay, Baiken is a thief capable of detonating bleed effects inflicted on enemies. I actually was recording and talking only about her. I didn't know the patch notes were released, so I know about her setup already, her skill set. So she applies bleed effects and she blows up those bleed effects, and yeah, that skill 1 can apply 2 bleed effects for 2 turns, so that's huge, 70% chance. Also, another huge thing, like Karen, a critical hit will reduce the caster's skill cooldown by 1 turn. A very, very strong skill 1, to be honest. Now that skill 2 attacks the enemy with expert swordmanship with a 80% chance each of inflicting 3 bleed effects for 2 turns. A critical hit will grant an extra turn. So you need to make sure that you're landing those critical hits. And that's a single attack. That's a single attack, and skill 3 is a single attack. The thing is, there's an artifact that will be released. Okay, it's not covered yet, but yeah, Torn Sleeve is gonna be an artifact with in combination with her on that rate up banner with guarantee summon. After 121 summons, you're guaranteed to get her. But it has, when it's maxed out, the artifact has 100% chance to apply a bleed effect when you do a single attack. So all her skills are single attacks. So what you do is you land a critical hit with that skill 2. You land a bleed, right, if it doesn't get resisted. Plus you have a chance to get 3 bleed, so that's 4 bleed. She gets an extra turn because you landed a crit, and then she goes with that skill 3, and you apply a 5th bleed. I mean, potentially, and you are at the end of your turn blowing up all these bleed effects, and it's gonna really hurt. Bleed scale with attack, so your attack, 40% of your attack, and it bypasses the target's defense by 70%. So a huge amount of damage, and if you have like a hero like Sezan applying even more bleed, if you have haste applying bleeds, like just 2 heroes off the top of my head, and you could have even Sezan with that Torn Sleeve artifact, just a huge amount of bleed that could be applied on the target, and then you could just skip boss mechanics with this. You could skip a phase. You could probably bring a boss from 50 to 0 by blowing up all these bleed effects. If you have enough attack, I mean, of course, attack buff is going to be huge, but also that skill 2 and that skill 3 deal direct damage as well. Then you've got the bleed ticking afterward, and then you can soul burn for only 10 souls to increase the damage of that skill 3. Huge amount of damage potential here, and you can really set up a boss kill and skip a ton of their health. New Moonlight heroes, Sage, Baal, and Sezan, and Crescent Moon, Rin. Now these two heroes are going to be game changing in PvP. Here's the animation. I want to make a video for them, but let me talk about them real quick here. The thing is, this hero will just cut in. You have your combat readiness booster, and what happens is that it says that skill 2 attacks all enemies by summoning Storm Cloud with a 100% chance to dispel 2 buffs. So yeah, if you've got immunity set, it's bye-bye, it's gone, and then 80% chance to put them to sleep. So that's an AoE, it can potentially sleep the whole team. 80% chance, that's pretty high, and 3-turn cooldown. If this skill is available, so let's say the enemy team goes first, right? This thing is available. Well, you will get 25% of your, you're gonna get 25% combat readiness at the end of the enemy's turn. So you are able, with enough speed, to just go right after their booster if you lost turn 1. And you just remove buffs and just put them to sleep and start picking them one by one, or just cleave them, straight up cleave them. As long as, yeah, that's the thing. If you start cleaving them, you might wake them up, and then they might go before your damage dealer. So yeah, you could single them out and really like take out the biggest threats first, and it's gonna be really annoying. Like, I feel like many players will have this Challenger League Plus and in Arena, and they will, like, your defense is gonna suffer if you have a speed team there. They will just be able to control your team with those the dispel and the sleeping, and just pick your heroes one by one. So yeah, and yeah, skill 1, 75% chance to sleep for 1 turn. That's huge. And also that skill 3, it attacks 1 target, recovers the caster to max health if the enemy is defeated. Damage dealt increased proportional to the amount of caster's lost health. Soulburn skill cooldowns decreased by 2 turns. Now the thing is, I heard that this skill will not trigger on turn 1. It will trigger when this hero lost some health. So basically, even if you set this hero on your defense, he's gonna be able to cut in against speed teams that are attacking your defense, and just put them, the dispel, and put them to sleep. And then yeah, that's gonna be a major problem against speed team. Like, he counters them hard. Crescent Moonrin. Now that's the hero, the game-changing hero I'm looking for, and of course it's gonna be Dark, so I'll probably never see her like ever. But yeah, Dark Thief. Now she's ultra squishy. She has like 460 defense. I wrote it somewhere. I just don't want to start turning pages on this notebook. But she's extremely squishy. That's a downside. But her kit is amazing. She's got insane speed. She's gonna be able to go turn 1 very easily with that speed. Attacks the enemy with a ring, granting a random buff to caster for 1 turn. And Soulburn for 20 souls grants a random buff to all allies for 2 turns. That's really random. It's RNG right there. But skill 2, 3-turn cooldown, attacks the enemy with a lavish dance, dealing 2 buffs and granting their effect to all allies. That is insane. That's just insane. I mean, there's so many like boss mechanics where you could steal some pretty crazy buffs, or just like, that's dispel and you're buffing your team at the same time. Extremely like a game changer just with this skill alone. And she's of the dark element, and of course Sage, Baal, and Sezan was elemental neutral as well, so they don't have to worry about fighting other elements. Like the whole, like when you're at elemental disadvantage, you have 50% chance of missing your attack. They don't have to deal with this. Now skill 3, cooldown 4 turn at lowest. After awakening, crosses rings to attack the enemy, dispelling all of the target's buff before granting immunity to all allies for 2 turns. Now with her speed, she's gonna be able to go in and just apply immunity across your whole team, which is extremely powerful, because I mean, defense down is not gonna be applied on your team with immunity. And I mean, that's just one scenario. Caster is granted an extra turn if the target's buff have been dispelled. So let's say this attacks one enemy, you could just go and attack an enemy with immunity set, and you remove that and you get an extra turn. So you could, I mean, it depends. It's mostly about in PvP about getting that that immunity on your team, but you can also dispel one of their immunity. Anyways, the thing is, her downside is that her survival is low. So yeah, she could get picked off quite easily if you don't build her tanky enough. Now, she's a thief, so you can run Rhiannon Luciole and have her cycle through her skills more, like faster, more often. Collaboration artifacts, Junkyard Dog and Torn Sleeve added. The warrior exclusive 5-star artifact Junkyard Dog, which has a chance to burn the enemy after using a basic skill, has been added. Additionally, the Thief artifact Torn Sleeve has a chance to apply bleed after a single attack has been added. So, Junkyard Dog, 50% chance to burn enemy for 2 turns after using basic skill. Basic skill is your skill 1. Now, burn is 80% of your attack, and it bypasses the target's defense by 70%. It deals double the damage of bleed, guys. And that's why it's only 50% chance, because it's 2 turns versus the other artifact is 100% chance maxed out, but only 1 turn. Wait, what? Yeah, that's why, because bleed is half the damage of burn. That's why they have it at 50% chance, because both are at 2 turn cooldown. And also this one, it needs to be a basic skill. But I mean, for Soul Badguy, that's really good, because he's got his skill 1, which is he's gonna use the majority of the time, and his skill 2 is a passive. But also, I wonder his counter attack, if it's considered a basic skill. That's what I wonder, because basic skill is really skill 1. So yeah, I don't think it works for the counter attack, but maybe it does. You let us know in the comment section, guys. So yeah, 100% chance inflict bleed for 2 turns with a single attack. So for Baiken, this is huge. Single attack on skill 1, skill 2, skill 3. So she's use skill 2, lands a crit, extra turn. Skill 3, another single attack, another bleed. So drop rate up, Baiken and Torn Sleeve. 1% chance to summon her after 100. That's the only 5-star hero you can summon on these limited banners. So yeah, 1% chance to summon, and after 121, when you hit 121 summon, you have 100% chance to summon her. And that's what they're saying here. And it says that also this hero and artifact may be sold at a future date, like just a warning. Special side story: visitors from another world. Orbis regains peace after the Archdemon War. However, the circumstance soon bring about chaos once again, while at the same time visitors from another world starts to appear in Britannia. Check out the story as the 2 worlds, Epic 7 and Guilty Gear, meet. It's gonna last so long. That's a month, and that's all usual stuff. And here we see that enhanced heroes are heroes that wait, what? Main reward detail. Wait a second. So there's the limited banner is, yeah, that's the limited banner. Drop rate up. Baiken and Baiken, not Bacon. I believe that's how it's pronounced, not Bacon. And Torn Sleeve, that's the limited banner. Now, from this event, you can get main reward, Soul Badguy, and you get the artifact. Let me actually just write down the name of this artifact. But if we're getting that, that's huge. Like this hero is everyone's gonna have this hero, and I haven't seen his stats, but his kit is gonna be quite interesting. It's gonna help out in PvE a lot of players. So yeah, that's the banner. Now that's the event. I mean, it doesn't mean everyone's gonna be able to complete, but you've got a month. Okay, stories. Soul Badguy, Baiken, and Dizzy, and final story. Cool. And 8th stage of each chapter has a total of 4 difficulties. Players may select a higher difficulty after. Yeah, there's just the usual stuff here. There's requirements. You have to bring certain class and elements. So it's like, yeah, it's like in adventures. Hidden achievements. And heroes, part of the collaboration, have stat increase. And yeah, 30% increase for Crow, Xrd, Yuna, Ludwig, Falconer, Cleary, and Cartuja. Additional artifact effect. So Junkyard Dog and Torn Sleeve. You're getting extra rewards. 50% on Junkyard, and on Torn 70%. What else do we have here? Event currency. So I don't know if it's gonna be like every week there's like a new part that unlocks or something like that. So yeah, the hero Soul Badguy, he's there. He costs 2,500. Can get one of him. Limit 1. So the memory imprint, we'll see. Maybe there's more copies, or we're gonna have to, like, if you really like this hero, you're gonna have to use Unknown Slate to power his memory imprint. So the artifact, they're both at 1 limit. Now you got Epic Callus, Black Curse Powder. It's probably gonna be for him. Anyways, let's just go through this. Just normal rewards. Okay. Shattered record fragment, and then there's the ribbon hairbrush. There's another copy you can get of for the hero and the artifact. Okay, so that's 2. It's a limit. Limit is at 1 as well. What else do we have from reputation? So many leaves. Really cool. Rare Callus chest. Some charms, greater charms, gold. The artifacts showing up here. Charm, silver transmit stone. And yeah, the heroes here again. So that's 3 so far. The artifact is 4 from what I saw. 4 so far. Yeah. Tournament preview. A special tournament will be available exclusively during the 2nd and 4th week of the side story. Visitors from another world obtain event currency. Blah blah blah. If you are victorious in the tournament, you will obtain victory rewards and also participate in the finals. Beat other years and obtain a Wait, what? We're gonna be fighting each other in a tournament? Visitors from another world obtain event currency token. Maybe we have to gear out this Soul Badguy, like gear these heroes that, and it's gonna be like 1v1 type of deal. That could be cool. Heroes, an issue that caused the location of the attack effect to not be displayed properly if bizarre dual attack triggered when Kral's skills. I'm not gonna read all this, but Sports Storm was activated and has been fixed. Slash item effect not to trigger. If an enemy died from a dual attack or additional attack has been fixed. Okay, that's good because I used that, the artifact. A new battle effect. Detonate has been added. Oh yeah, because that wasn't part of the game before. Inflicts damage by activating any dot effect inflicted on the... Wait, what? No. Damage is proportional to the number of turn the debuff has remaining and the number of total debuff on... It's actually using all turns and everything all at once. inflicts damage by activating any dot. Damage over time is bleed, burn, poison. I mean, really? All? Okay. The skill description for the boss monster that trap who appears in... okay, let's... this is just tooltip adjustment, right? Skill descriptions. It doesn't change their the mechanics, I believe. What else do we have? I need to go back and check that detonate skill description. Side story. Okay, just some fixes here and there. Exchange reward. Well, okay, so everyone's gonna get Soul Badguy. Ooh, improvement has been made so that players no longer have to tap the touch the tab button when they summon. Ooh, it just straight up summons. That cause the order of... you cannot do like your rituals anymore. You just gotta like you start summoning and you just yeah, I guess you have some time to make your ritual before, but yeah, there's no like, you're not gonna see that bookmark, that book on the screen. What's the order? What else do we have here? I think it's nothing huge. Okay, UI, what else do we have? I'm gonna talk more about these heroes in a second. I don't think there's anything. If there's something huge that I missed here, just let us know in the comment section, guys, because I don't want to read all this. I mean, gotta get back to more exciting things at the start of this post. Okay. Let's go here. So, Soul Badguy. Okay, Fire Warrior, Sagittarius, defense percentage, top and front slot. Attacks an enemy with Fire Pillar. Yeah, the damage dealt increase if the target is not buffed. But I mean, I have to check his multipliers. Gain Fighting Spirit when a critical hit is made. Yeah. So I mean, there's no debuff on that skill 1. Debuffs are huge. Now there's that counter attack plus silence. That's a debuff right there. But so many bosses are immune to silence. But still, that thing, like, let's say in arena you wanna like build your like you want a bruiser, he can do that for you. Hopefully his stats are pretty good in terms of survival, but he can like, because he's fire, so if he's fighting like some Soul Weaver that are ice, he's gonna have a pretty good chance of missing, 50% chance of missing, and if he doesn't miss, he still has to go through effect resistance. So landing that silence might be pretty hard against ice. So I mean, Dian, Angelica, like that's not gonna be an issue really, this hero, when you're fighting him. But still, there's that counter attack. The damage, I mean, probably a good chance of missing there too. And yeah, but against bosses, damage scaling based on the target's max health is gonna be huge. I'm gonna have to go check the multipliers. But yeah, cool that we're getting a free 5-star hero, and that artifact, yeah, the burn for 2 turns, 50% chance when it's maxed. Burn is strong. It's yeah, I mean, we'll see. The thing is, you need attack. See, if you build him as a bruiser, his attack might not be like ultra high, but still you need to land some critical hits with him. So yeah, crit chance necklace for sure if you're struggling. What is this here? Extending the duration of a buff. It's 1 buff. I mean, since he's free, he's definitely not all buffs on himself. That'd be too good. and also the dispel is on one enemy. But yeah, for like for Golem, like since he scales based on target's max health, that's huge. He's fire, that's huge. He also applies enable to be buffed, so that's huge for Golem. And if the Golem doesn't have a buff, he's gonna deal extra damage. So he should be solid there. But this bleed thing, yeah, I wanted to see that blow up. Delivers a deadly blow, detonating any bleed effects inflicted on the enemy at the end of the turn. That's the thing. Why it says bleed effects, and then when they talk about the new mechanic of detonate, it says that it's any damage over time. Any damage over time sounds way too strong. Way too strong. I mean, we're talking bleed, burn, and poison all at once. That's an insane amount of burst damage potential. And also, it makes it so you can she can work really well in combination with heroes that apply not only bleed but burn and poison instead of just bleed. So it opens up so many different possibilities. So yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I don't want to stretch this for too long. Really cool collaboration. They're still Dizzy, and there's I know. We don't know just yet how it's gonna be, but yeah, I mean, good luck with the summoning, guys. For now, I'm not summoning on my main account. I have to go check the multipliers and think about it really, and make a video about this hero more in depth. But my second account, I'm not going for limited heroes, but I mean, Soul Badguy, he's free, so I'm getting him. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this one. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Press the bell icon if you'd like to be notified whenever I release a new video. And check out my other videos. They should be showing up on the screen now and also throughout the video. You can press that I at the top, that I letter at the top right, and you got some of my playlists for Arena, Guild Wars, my guides, maybe my summoning videos. I'll see which I'm gonna be adding. But yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Peace out for now.